Yeah, I live here. And the ceiling is literally caving in. There's dropped ceiling tiles. So I'm going to have to fix it. Like, right now. Because came home. Came back to my house here. And saw that the ceiling has been caving in even more today than it was yesterday. Damn it. And these fucking tiles, like, they're falling apart. I put a screw in and it falls apart even more. God damn it. Amazing. Amazing. Labor's out there crying. She feels my pain. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my hate for these ceiling tiles out. And I'm going to put it right into the ceiling tile in the middle so that the ceiling tile knows that it's going to stay up there. Or I'm going to throw it all away. I can no longer enjoy being a ceiling tile. ceiling out, putting up like all drywall. I don't know who the hell sold these, but they need to fucking burn in hell forever. Like, I get it, it's cheap. I'm sure somebody fucking bought the shit out of it. All over the place. And they did this in like the 70s, which is probably when they added this room on in this house. The 70s was all about building things that didn't need a guy that knew how to do anything to do anything. So everything was like so easily put together. They didn't need any like sort of craftsman. And this is a product of that, is these particle board tiles that were put in on the ceilings. Anything particle board is not going to withstand anything. And ceilings get, you know, everything inside of your attic. That's why they get, all the insulation is in the attic. They got like air barriers and like places where the air is supposed to go in and out. Like, attics get all the action. They get all the air, they get all the wind, all the weather hits the ceiling and the roof in the attic. The changing of the heat, like every day, the sun goes up, it hits the roof, the sun goes down, it hits the roof again. That roof is taking everything. All of the weather going into the roof. And so where's going to be the weak point of that? Would be the question. Where's the weak point? Now, in this case, the weak point is the first particle board that all that weather and air is going to hit, which is these tiles. I guess it did last 50 years. Not that bad. 50 years of tile ceiling. The guy who put these up probably is, like, in fact, long dead. So I guess it's not that bad, but. talking about that thing shut down? They shut one of them down because the fourth floor like caved in. That place hasn't been open for what, like a couple of years or something. Like that place just opened like recently. They put like 2 or 3 of them in around town, like all at one time. They were like pop, pop, pop. Put a bunch of Amazon warehouses up, and it was supposed to like make the whole city economy just go crazy. They started building like these apartment complexes, saying like, oh, people are gonna be coming from all over the place to work at the Amazon warehouse. They're gonna need the apartments. They're putting up all these apartment complexes. And now the Amazon warehouse falling apart. That was like super recent. I don't know how that fell apart. It might be because of all the curses, the haunting of people that were supposed to work there, and they kept changing all the policies and everything. Like, I started working there, and they would give you like free shoes for one, and it was like all the benefits, like they had like all the employee benefits package you could possibly imagine. And then I got fired, and some other guy was talking about he got fired too. So I guess they fired a lot of people, which I always think it's not good to fire people, but I was a terrible, awful employee. So I mean, I deserve to get fired, like, before anyone. That guy probably was too. He looked like kind of a jackass. But I was just there. It's one of those jobs where like you don't see any point in doing anything because like you hate it. Yeah. So I was just there. I was hating my job, and decided I was gonna like not just take it easy, but I was gonna like be completely fucking the clock right in the ass and like spend extra time in the bathroom kind of things. But so I got fired eventually. But they were just dicks about it. Like they were dicks about me working there. They were dicks about me milking the clock on that. I just didn't like it there. Like there's so many things. And Amazon like business took off very fast. It was like the growingest, fastest growing business like in history. It's just like the stock history looked like this, like a straight arrow straight up into the air. And their big thing was growth. They're growing, they're trying to grow like so fast. But it was all based on price. It was like you're growing everything based on the price being the lowest. That's what where's this going? You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna like outprice the whole world, and then is the price gonna go up, or? And then that did start happening with so that it's harder and harder to list on Amazon. And they're not even the ones selling it. They're just a website. And then they go like, from just a website to, they also have the warehouse. And then it's like, I don't know, it's like a lot of really, really dominating, like, business market things for retail. I don't know. But I don't know who the hell built that place, but they were cutting corners for sure. Probably because they were the cheapest one in town. They probably like mailed those guys in that built that warehouse. They mailed them in, like, took them out of a box, and they were like, these are the guys that are gonna build Amazon warehouse. Everybody was like, well, at least they're the cheapest ones. It doesn't look very good, but they're the cheapest ones. And like the rest of the stuff you get on Amazon, the warehouse was made in China and fell apart. Ah. I was gonna put a screw in here because these aren't adding up. I'm gonna put a You might be asking, is this gonna look like shit? The answer is, it looked like shit before I moved in. And it's gonna continue to look like shit until somebody rips this fucking house down and puts an apartment building up. And then it's really gonna look like shit. Because at that point, one, it's gonna look like pretty good from where I'm at, because I'm gonna be fucking dead. So when I'm dead and somebody builds an apartment complex here, it's gonna look fucking fantastic from my grave. I'm gonna be dead. And that will be when this house is built. The real question is, can we stop it from caving in? The answer is temporarily. Because this ceiling is made out of fucking particle board. I'm just gonna put one in right here, even though it's not already falling out. Just cause I wanna make sure it doesn't fall out on top of me, like today. I've been putting this off for a while. Or I feel like it's been a while. It probably wasn't even a while. It's been like a week or two since it started really caving in. Like to the point where it was like hanging here. I think I even made a video of it looking like that a week or two ago. And I was like, I gotta get my screw gun and fix it. And then I was like, I'm gonna do that when I finish the other house. Then I'll just bring the screw gun over here, like when I was gonna. But now it's really falling like off. So I was like, I actually have to do this today. God, imagine if the world was just going my way and everything that I wanted just happened. Like, if I would have had a tenant in here and this happened, oh my god, they would have fucking like somehow died. They would have been like, the ceiling caved in on me and I'm dead. And I'd be like, how could you die? It's just the ceiling. Like, I'll come out there and fix it. As soon as I'm done with this movie that I'm making, because I'm a movie star. And then I'd come out in like a year, and the whole ceiling, I would just have to like redo the whole house. So it's probably good that I didn't get it done. It's a little off of shit. Some guy go to the bar at Cash restaurant, and he asked me, how's the women market out here? I said, well, if you like 40-year-old divorced women, there's plenty of them running around. But I don't. Like, I'm waiting on, some dream girl. The trophy wife, 21-year-old, hot, like, belongs in Vogue type. But, if you just want, like, a lady, they got them right around. And then they kicked me out of Cash in '86 when you banished me from the place. Probably because, the bartender there took offense that she found me tight. I got like too fucking old and used up. that restaurant actually, like, it's probably the most expensive restaurant in town, but by no means does it have anything like that just makes it better than anywhere else. Like, there are other nice restaurants around town. There are like other places to get all this shit on their menu. So I can't be that upset about it. Like, and I feel like whenever I get kicked out of a place, I just wasn't meant to be there. Like, I'm pushing what's not meant to be. And that's like my clue. So that I'm not supposed to be there. I need to see what I have. And what I have is the blessing. And what is taken away is also a blessing, because that place was like twice as much as anywhere else in town for anything. Maybe I should be saving money. Maybe there's some reason. Some reason that I should be saving money. Or like some guy said, God thinks ahead. Thinks 100 moves ahead. So maybe there's somewhere that I should be that's not there at some point. And it would have been there, but now I can't be there. So I might run into something else. Essentially. There's always something else to do. always so negative, like, about just anything. Like, this guy on the internet, this whole, like, documentary, put it up about Donald Trump and how he was, like, taking advantage. This is what the guy said. He was taking advantage of government programs. By building apartment complexes around New York. And I'm like, is it taking advantage of an employer to show up to work and, like, get a job? Like, did I take advantage of Walmart by going to Walmart and working, like, doing what they said? Because if you're making money from the government program, like, you're fulfilling the program. Like, they have a purpose for that. And with housing, like, it's just like people word things so fucking stupid. Like, why was he taking advantage of it? Why couldn't he have, you know, just owned it and worked that? You know, like what? I'm taking advantage of that. I live here. You know, I'm taking advantage of, like why does it say take advantage of? Maybe he didn't even mean it that way. Alex did. So there we go, our beautiful ceiling. Looks great from your dreams.